And we are recording.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. It's been a while since we've played in the space, Inky.
Yes.
We finally get to
Well,
play in the space.
play
With
with me in the
spaceships.
space.
With spaceships.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. I'm Inky, and today I will be playing M1A and Cody. And with me today is
Hi, it's me.
most talented, one of the most talented people I know.
Freaking reverse. I love you. Anyway, hi. My name is Artisti-of-Obsessions, also known as Obby, and today I am playing Z1-P Sentry class. We're doing this after the events of a certain game, which was really cute. Except it had lore implications.
Yeah. So recently, Z1-P participated in the game Marian's Rainbow Castle, which is a very fun and lighthearted game. I recommend you listen along. Basically, they played not Mario Party.
Not Mario Party.
Not Mario Party.
With many silly little mini games, one of which included a mini game that involved music. And if you know anything about Sparks, you know what that entails.
Yeah, this ended up being a problem lore-wise, so here we are to dive into that a little bit.
Yeah. We popped the confetti cannon. Achievement got accidental plot kickstart.
Yeah.
But yes.
Well, Abby, do you want to do a quick recount on the report that Z1-P did for the Great Machine?
I can say it out loud for the recording as well as copy and paste it into the chat because it's a little bit long-winded.
It is.
Because Zip likes to talk a lot.
Yeah.
He wants to make sure all the important information gets relayed.
Exactly.
He's here to help.
And we love him
do a good job. Mm-hmm. But yes, I imagine this takes this report is made like the night of like the day of the end of the Marian Party. Like Zip has founded a secluded place somewhere in the Fruit Kingdom, I think is what Avi calls it. Yeah. Which is really cute XP name. Founded a little secluded area, potentially either on top of a building or in some treetops, and has pulled out his recording device to begin his report to the Great Machine. All right, let me copy and paste it. There we go. Mission log 43. Report. My mission has brought me to a neighboring country to Inkwell. This place, referred to as the Fruit Kingdom by residents, is a separate country from the main continent of Inkwell, and yet, like Inkwell, its population consists mostly of toons. While spying on a group of locals, my observations were interrupted when they spotted me. However, instead of the expected violence, they instead requested I join them in a game. From recollected information with previous lessons with Minty Caretaker, games are recreational activities where tasks are completed in a competitive manner to determine who is the best among them. To prove the superiority of Sparks, I joined this competition. This competition seemed to be hosted by an individual known as Gowser, who wanted us to gather stars throughout this game to defeat him. Clarification. These stars do not appear to be the dangerous entities we Sparks have been warned of. They are instead glowing yellow shapes with 5 points and 2 dot eyes near its center. Observation. Toons have a very odd perception of what a star is. Back on track. From my observations, Gowser seems to be an individual well known throughout the fruit country. He doesn't appear to be a threat, though he is very boastful. Back to specifics. This competition consisted of moving through an area specially constructed for the purposes of this game. Colored spaces were utilized, and to determine which space one could travel to, large cubes with numbers on them were rolled, with the resulting number being how many spaces one was allowed to move. Different colored spaces yielded different results, including an addition or subtraction to a point total, a random event occurring, or encountering Dowser and receiving a randomly selected hindrance. There were also contests referred to as mini-games, where we were taken to special arenas with specific winning conditions for seemingly random tasks provided to us. The tasks appear to be tests of strength, speed, or talent, depending on what these mini-games are. These contests included 1. Utilizing a hand-eye coordination device and attempting to capture an opposing team. 2. A contest of strength between two teams utilizing a rope. For some reason, someone had to wear a Dowser costume? Additional observation may be needed to understand why. 3. A team exercise where two individuals were attached to a pair of wooden planks and had to work together to move across sand the fastest. 4. A game where one had to pop a balloon by inflating it the fastest. 5. A game where you had to follow the instructions of an individual and raise the correct flag. And finally, 6. A game where contestants had to perform certain tasks in front of an audience. Overall, I succeeded in 2 minigames, but was bested overall by one of the opponents. He was rather rude. Myself and 2 other competitors threw tomatoes at him. Let's see. Oh, additional observations. I have encountered a strange toonish phenomena known as music. Music appears to be a recreational activity where one uses a device called an instrument to make sounds. When these sounds are performed in specific rhythms, music is produced. Music is apparently a popular activity. One contestant offered me a pair of tickets to one of her musical performances, though I see no point in attending. Music seems uninteresting, especially in matters relating to your goals. Query. When testing sparks, would it benefit us to use similar games? They seem like effective ways to test one's capabilities. I hope this report suffices. Query. Do you wish for me to investigate further on the Toons of Fruit Country, or shall I return back to Inkwell territories? Z1-P, signing off.
You did it.
He talks a lot.
He talks a lot.
He
It's very
has
informative.
so much to speak of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, unfortunately for Z1-P, the Great Machine will typically just scan his words, pick out whatever statements seem interesting, and not really will add a lot to the database, but not really make statements in their replies to his make convoluted statements in replies to his very elaborate reports.
Yeah. He's basically the equivalent of like shoving an atlas at the Great Machine, and the Great Machine has to pull out the Spark Notes.
Yeah, basically the Spark Notes.
The Spark Notes.
Now you get your usual kind of silence for like maybe 10 minutes, C1-P, and then you get a response, which I will begin to copy paste.
Mm-hmm.
Designation Z1-P Sentry Class. Information on additional kingdoms and residences of Toonkind is valuable information. Games are not. The Spark and Sentry educational program will not be taking suggestions at this time. Your report is appreciated.
Cool.
And the message is cut off. This hasn't happened before.
Like as he's listening is like frozen where he is, and like his little antenna has like stood straight up like, What? Hello?
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 Did the great machine break? Oh no!
No. But within about 5 minutes, you get a second response. Warning. The phenomenon of music is a powerful series of patterns in sound. It is able to cause malfunction and disorientation in machinery, affect the behavior of those who hear it, and continue in one's processor long after the melody has been silenced. It is known to be virulent in its function. As such, it is strictly prohibited in use, and any participation in its creation is grounds for replacement, or in extreme cases, termination. If you experience the phenomenon of music, you are to disable the source. If you participate in any forms of music, you are to report to me immediately for replacement procedures for the safety of the sparks under my care. You have now been briefed on what attending this show will entail. Recall that Toonkind are not to be trusted, and continue on with your directive as advised. That is an order.
Ooh. 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 Zip has gone from like waiting calmly to immediately tense.
Mm-hmm.
Because, oh, that's not good. The Great Machine basically just told him, hey, if you play music, you're gonna get replaced.
Yeah.
Guess what? He's played music. He played music. He didn't mention it in the report because it didn't seem important, but no, what?
Yep.
Now he's glad he didn't.
Yep. Yep. So, yeah. Z1-P, you're in a bit of a pickle right now.
Uh-huh.
A
little bit of a pickle.
Of course, the right thing to do, you think, would be to report your involvement in music to the Great Machine. But
the Great Machine just said termination. I don't think Zip wants to be terminated.
No.
Zip has never been more glad to not be in one of the groups.
Yeah.
He's solo mission, and that is very good for him right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, Z1-P, what will you do?
Exclamation. Shit.
All right.
I think what Zip would do is just kind of take the rest of that night to process this and think about what he's gonna do. Because this seems like a matter where if he tries to go fast, he could get in trouble.
Yeah. This is a very bad night for Zip.
This is a very bad night for Zip.
He gets horrible news and he can't go fast.
Mm-hmm. It's the 1-2 punch-a-roo.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think what Zip will do, logically, is quote-unquote lay low for a little bit and make a few additional reports to the Great Machine over the course of like a week.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, start moving back towards Einquell.
Mm-hmm.
As he like starts weighing his options. If he tells another Spark about this, they could also get in trouble. Because any Spark that has been told about this information gets the same warnings as has been explained.
Yeah.
He can really only think of 2 UFOs in particular who would be a neutral party in this matter.
Yeah.
Maybe he can pay them a visit.
Where? I guess the question is, where are we gonna? Where's he gonna find them?
Well, question is, does he know about their rough location? Because I think other UFOs have other UFOs reported like where they are.
The only one who would have some idea would be the Spark Puff trio, basically.
True.
At least they haven't quite figured out that they live at Wood Lakes, but they do know that people associated with them are around Wood Lakes and Duckburg, but mostly the UFOs are a common sight in a few different areas, so maybe he can figure out one place, like one of those places that they frequent.
Okay. I feel like he needs to make a roll for this to see if he can like pinpoint where roughly to try and find M1A or Cody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll. Well, first of all, I'm going to say that as he like investigates these areas, he's going to specifically be doing so in his quote-unquote minty disguise.
Oh my god.
The little purple rabbit with the green
little purple rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Because technically speaking, this is not his jurisdiction.
No, he is Bunny. What are you talking about?
And if the if that particular trio of Sparks see him floating around, they will pester him ceaselessly.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't like it when they pester him, especially when he's doing more important things, quote unquote.
They have questions. They have questions they're asking.
He doesn't have the time to answer. Do not ask him questions. Statement cease.
Statement hello.
No. This has been arguments that they've had like at least 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll that investigation roll.
Oh, that's an 8.
He's immediately learning the disadvantages to this disguise. He can't fly around.
Yeah. He's
looking around when you're like 1.5 feet tall.
Yeah,
most,
I think
maybe.
The downside of selling a disguise is that you have to commit to it, and your focus on other stuff isn't really that great.
It's like trying to investigate, and he keeps like getting more and more frustrated that he can't just go up.
Yeah.
Statement. This is dumb.
What can
he will
we
commit
do?
to it, though. He will commit to it.
Good. What can we do then?
Could be a matter of just he has to do this for a couple days, and this is his first day trying it out.
Yeah.
Day 1, unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Day 2. Let's give it a try. 12. That's a
getting
bit
better at it.
He's getting better. He may not be able to go up by flying, but he can climb.
Yeah.
The loophole has been found.
And I think in this particular time, it's while you're climbing and you happen to be facing skyward.
Mm-hmm.
I think you are kind of bringing attention to yourself.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But he's in a disguise, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So you hear a voice behind you. Query, do you require assistance?
The bunny, in air quotes, is tightly hugging onto the light pole that he started climbing. And he, like, shimmies around to look at the voice behind him.
M1A's there in their flying saucer mode. They look a little bit perplexed.
I am going to make a roll to see how Zip is going to play this out.
That's a nat 20.
That was a deception. Okay.
Oh, wow.
He's ready for this.
He's ready for this. He's been practicing for 2 days.
I may need help. Yes.
And M1A gives a nod and says, Query, where would you like to go? You are climbing up high.
I was trying to look over the crowd to find a bakery.
What?
A bakery?
Oh. At this, M1A kind of lights up.
I am very short.
Yeah, this M1A lights up. Oh, a bakery. Sorry. I know where one is. Query, would you like me to show you?
Yes. That would be ideal.
M1A reaches out to try and help you down. What do you do?
Well, he's gone this far in the disguise, he can't back out now.
Yeah.
Does M1A want to make a roll once they grab onto Zip's hand?
Yeah. What kind of roll would it be?
I feel like it would have to be like intelligence against Zip's spellcasting modifier.
Yeah. Okay.
To see if M1A can like tell, wait a second, that's not a furry hand.
Yeah. Intelligence. That's a +2. Let's see. 13.
That barely doesn't make it.
Oh my god.
DC's at 14.
Holy cow. M1A kind of...
He's getting away with it.
kind of tilts their head a little bit, because maybe it doesn't feel the way they expect, but it's not really... doesn't seem unusual enough to draw attention to, so they take your hand. And they gently float you down to the ground.
Zip, who in actuality is just floating next to sweating bullets. Thank you for the assistance.
You are welcome.
He just stares at M1A for a little bit.
M1A has unfolded into their winged mode, and they go, Query, what is your name?
He thinks for a minute. Purple.
And M1A kind of tilts their head a little bit. Then they nod. Purple.
He just nods and is just going to start walking before pausing and then like being like, I still don't know where it is.
Oh, this way.
Thank you.
And they will lead the way to a bakery that they know. It's not too far.
Mm-hmm. Zip will follow close behind. I think he's like staying in the disguise and like not revealing himself quite so soon, because like this is still an area where other UFOs frequent.
Yeah,
and he doesn't want to be seen not doing what he's not supposed to.
Nope, understood. M1A is just kind of like, they're pretty nonchalant at the moment because they have learned from Toonkind that sometimes other toons might need help and they'll offer assistance if they need it.
I hold M1A so soft.
Yeah.
They just, I'm picturing them like getting to the bakery and then like Zip just standing outside the door and like looking in for a second.
Yeah. Announcement, here we are.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, Purple. Oh, Purple, purple, rabbit, purple, friend, purple. M1A is trying to think of a title.
My gosh, what would it... Purple friend can work.
And when he lights up, purple friend. Yes.
Right. Query, would you also like a snack?
I'm gonna roll intelligence again.
Yeah.
For M1A. Come on, M1A.
Come on, M1A, please, you can do it.
That's an 11. Oh, hey, Query, are you copying me?
No. I'm going inside now, bye! Goes into the bakery. Immediately hides. In fact, I'm going to roll stealth.
This couldn't go any better.
17.
17.
He's gone. He enters the bakery. There's like the little rigging sound, and like whoever's inside looks up at the door, but the door just kind of like
swings shut with nobody there.
Shut, with nobody there, yeah. And Zip has zipped under one of the tables and is now hovering underneath it so that no one can see his feet in the disguise.
I just realized something really, really silly. And,
what?
And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
It was this will mean I'm going to see if I can challenge that. How would one contest a stealth roll? Would it be perception?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perception. Oh no.
On the table above you, Z1-P, you hear, "Oh, I guess it was nothing."
Zip, under the skies, is sweating more as he peeks out from under the table to look at the new voice.
You see the other reported defunct UFO, C0-D3, and they are just sitting on the table with a sugar-free cookie nearby, and their blind side is facing towards the door, so they did not see you. I rolled a 6 on their perception.
Zip is the luckiest spark ever.
Yeah. This is incredible.
This is funny. Zip internally is like, well, I've come this far.
Yeah.
I think just like the toonish gag of like Zip slowly peeking out from that side of the table, which is Cody's blind side.
Cody's blind spot.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
Hello.
Alright. Let's do a quick wisdom throw. 16. Cody literally just goes, and then sees little rabbit Z1-P below the table. Oh, hello. What are you doing down there?
I walked here.
Cody stares at you for a little while, and they go, I suppose. Do you need help? Are you hiding?
Statement, I am fine.
Can Cody roll insight?
Yes! Yes, Cody can! Zip can't keep getting away with it!
Please, Cody, please. Oh my...
No!
That's a 9!
No!
You rolled a 2! Cody rolled a 2. This dice does not like me right now. And they go...
The physical dice don't like you.
The physical dice don't like me.
They don't like you.
They don't want the UFOs to know. Maybe I should use the computer dice.
Computer dice, yeah. I'm gonna laugh if you start using it and immediately get a nat 20 for the next roll.
Okay, we'll hold you to that. All right. All right. So and C0-D3, a defunct class, tilts their head the other side and goes, "Oh, okay. Well, what is your name? Why are you here? If that's okay to ask."
I am Purple. I am here to get a snack.
And Cody lights up and they go, "Oh, of course. Would you like to try this? It's very good. You can buy one if you want." And Cody lifts off, unfolds into their winged mode, and they snap off a bit of their sugarless cookie, and they hand it to you.
Mm-hmm. Zip is going to take the cookie and stare at it. How is he supposed to eat this?
You don't have to if you do not want to.
No, I want to. I just,
He shoves it through the hologram and tries to make it look like he's eating it.
I actually would love it if you rolled a performance.
I would love to. -1.
Holy shit!
he can't keep getting away with it!
That's
This is a comedy of errors. Excuse me. Only
it's
people
so
make
good.
errors are the other UFOs.
Yeah. Alright. Somehow, Z1-P, you managed to emulate eating it in through your disguise in such a way that C0-D3 nods and goes, "Oh, is it good?"
Zip after abducting it.
That tastes pretty good. I like it.
Oh, good. You can always buy more if you like.
I think Zip will nod and take that as an invitation to scurry to the counter.
Yeah.
Does he even have money? I have to look at his character.
I don't even know if he has one.
Does he still have his starting money? He does!
He does! Excellent! It's
probably money he took from people. I'm gonna
yeah,
Google.
honestly, yeah. It's
the only
one-
explanation.
It's like 1 copper or something like that. It's one
Mhm.
very cheap. It's just kind of yeah, have it.
Yeah. He's gonna get the not sugar-free cookies.
Oh, good.
He doesn't know that one was a sugar-free cookie.
Oh, good. I see where you're going.
He will sit at one of the nearby tables and give a wave to Cody and then just sit sweating.
You suddenly hear the jingling of the front door. You go, "Oh, Cody friend, I did not know you were here today."
Zip is just in complete disbelief. We see the bunny sitting at a booth table with both hands on their head.
Yeah.
He wanted to talk to them, but he didn't know it would be so soon. He thought they would at least be in a secluded area for.
Yeah.
This is the opposite of that.
Oh, hello. Hello. I was just going to have a snack before heading straight home. Oh, that is okay. I saw you through the window. Wait. And they zip over to the sugar-free cookie. They go, "Are there any left? Hurry, are there any left? May I have some?" And Cody's eye goes a bit half-lidded and says, There are plenty. There are plenty. This one is mine."
Aww.
And And M1A kind of goes like, "Can I just have a little bit of yours?" And they bicker. It's fond, but they bicker for a bit.
I think
Fond, friendly bickering.
To play the part of being a casual background NPC and eat one of the cookies. Time for the traditional Sparks must make a con saving throw.
Yeah. How are you taking that cookie, Zip?
Let's find out.
That is a 9. I don't think that makes it.
I also don't think that makes it.
Yeah.
As they're having this very fond, very cute arguing back and forth, in the foreground, in the background, we see Zip shoving one of the cookies through his hologram and abducting it. And the bunny starts vibrating in place.
Oh dear.
And suddenly there's a plume of great bright green flames as he rockets up into the ceiling.
Uh-oh. Now, question. Is it crashing into the ceiling and being stuck there, or does he go straight through the ceiling?
Stuck there. He has to be stuck there for the bit.
That gets both UFOs' attentions. I'm sorry.
You see the little quote-unquote rabbit legs wiggling about.
And Coda goes, "Ah!" And when it goes, exclamation, "Ah!"
Zip from the ceiling is just like, exclamation, dang it! No!
And when it says, oh, purple friend, if you need help going up, you should have asked. And come on, Cody.
Cody want to make the roll again?
Yeah, Cody. All right, finally, Cody has a 16 insight.
That beats it.
And
now that Cody, you're looking a little bit closer, you can see that bunny has like little horizontal lines all over them. Like it's a hologram.
Yeah. All right. And I'm gonna make M1A roll intelligence. Come on, M1A. I think Cody's insight is enough for Cody to suddenly reach out to M1A, grab them by the hand before they can go up and help. And they go, M1A, it is a projection. M1A squints.
Now that it has been pointed out, it is far more obvious.
Yeah.
You have been duped. That isn't a bunny at all.
And when it kind of slumps and goes, observation. I may not be smart.
No.
And the bakery owner kind of throws their hands up, and he goes, look, I thought we'd been through this. If any of your flying saucer friends have any sugar, I expect them to be outside when they eat them. I can't replace the plaster in the wall every time one of you comes in here. It's sugar-free, okay? Like, disguise or not, it's always sugar-free, okay?
just gonna make a strength roll for Zip in the back.
And M1A and Cody are both looking very sheepish and it's like, yes! And that is strength roll of 6 for Zip.
Zip is stuck. Zip is stuck real good. He's like wiggling in place and trying to use his rockets to try and push through it, but it's not working. At this point, his disguise has definitely dropped.
Yeah. Cody is a bit wary and just hides behind M1A a bit. And M1A shoots up next to Z1-P and goes, "There's been a deception. Your designation is not purple, and I do not think you are my friend."
Apologies. Hold on. Stuck. Door stuck.
Door stuck. And M1A is they're a bit guarded because they know they've been tricked.
Mm-hmm.
So they cross their arms and go, Query, why should we help you when you have been deceiving us?
Statement. It was not meant to deceive you. It was meant to not be spotted.
Roll persuasion.
He's still trying.
Yeah.
Gonna roll that persuasion. That is... It's a -1 for Zip.
Ooh.
He's not a charismatic little... Never mind. An 18.
An 18. And when their eyes narrow a bit, but then they kind of give a small sigh, and they go, "Statement. Help me with this, Cody friend." And Cody, hesitant but also slightly persuaded, they both go up and they start tugging on Z1-P's jetpack.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna both make a strength roll.
Yes.
Let's see.
That will be needed.
Let's see, strength. 1A, you might be able to... The physical dice. They do not like me. Let's see. Oh god. What's the computer dice script again?
It is an exclamation point R space and then D however many plus your modifier.
Yeah. Well, here's Cody's attempt.
I do not think they rolled well.
No, they didn't.
Nobody rolled well.
No. It's like,
Stuck.
and actually at that kind of sound of distress, Cody reaches out and gently pats the jetpack and goes, it is all right. We will figure something out. And then, this will be interesting, actually.
Exclamation, I do not want to be a ceiling light fixture.
Cody turns to M1A and hums a little tune and taps M1A on the shoulder, or lack thereof. And M1A has bardic inspiration.
Yay! Do they want to roll insight after they make these rolls?
Yes. So first we'll do roll 1d20 plus 2, and can I do that all in the same roll, or should I do two different rolls for the?
If you do it with advantage, you type it like this. Or wait, no. That doesn't give you advantage.
It's just adding a d8, yeah.
I don't know how to do it all together, so just go ahead and do two different ones.
So
Ooh, 14 already.
14 already, so the 8. 1. 15.
15! I'd say that would meet a DC.
Yeah, I think that's
15 in my head.
Just enough. Yeah. That's just enough. Let's with all of M1A's strength, they pull and whoop it. They
cartoonish pop sound effect as Zip goes flying into the air and rotates wildly before steadying himself.
And M1A shakes their head a little bit from the strain, and they go, "Oh, observation. You have an upgraded frame."
I don't think Zip responds at first because he's kind of staring at Cody.
Yeah. Cody is going to roll insight.
Mm-hmm. Twenty-one. Yeah. It's easy to tell. The moment you started like doing a little humming, Zip immediately tensed up like you were about to hurt him.
Oh boy.
But he's now just kind of staring because he's completely confused because he is not in danger. In fact, he has been helped.
Yeah. Cody takes note of that. And they actually make an effort to back away a little bit from Z1-P while M1A has their hands on their non-existent hips.
Yeah. Zip's antenna are like tilted all the way back as he's like looking at the both of them. He's like trying to gauge how to start this conversation.
Yeah.
It is an experimental frame meant to increase speed.
And M1A turns and looks at the cookies that are left behind. And they go, "Oh," like, and in like a bit of a sassy, "I know more than you" kind of tone, they go, "Well, obviously you do not need that fuel to help."
It tastes good.
Concession, it does taste good.
It also helps me to go faster.
And he says this with pride.
Statement. We do not need to go any faster. And Cody gives M1A a look, like, you used candy to cut the trip from Duckburg to Toontown in half. We do not need to go any faster all the time.
Statement, you are wrong. I will be the fastest, Spark.
And Cody kind of gently inserts themselves between you and M1A, and they go,
You mentioned that you were in disguise so you could be out of sight.
And Zip kind of glances out towards the window and kind of ducks underneath one of the booths immediately.
And M1A and Cody both kind of share a quick glance.
And then Zip will peek out from under the table and just quietly be like,
Are you two aware of the 3 sparks that are assigned to this area?
And they both kind of have a drooping look on their features. And M1A goes,
Oh, Pie Squadron.
Zip nods, Pie Squadron.
And M1A thinks a moment and goes,
Query, you would like a quiet place to talk that is out of sight.
Yes. A quiet place would be preferred.
And Cody kind of narrows their eye a bit, and they go,
This will not be another deception, will it?
Zip looks irritated, and the antenna, one of the antennas flick.
Statement. This will not be another deception. I have queries that require explanations.
Cody still looks a little bit wary, but they nod. Your fear from before and your explanation and your conviction from before, they're holding on to that a bit.
Mm-hmm.
They're still a bit wary about you.
Yeah, that makes sense. This is a strange spark who has come out of nowhere.
I'm gonna hang on one sec. Okay, they're going to M1A is going to go to the front counter, drop 5 GP on the counter.
Beers!
Please use this to fix your roof.
No, you're a frequent customer. I'll take half of it.
Oh, okay.
I hold soft.
And they go,
Right. It is time to bring out the box.
I'm going to very quickly roll sleight of hand. 18.
18. What'd you do?
The cookies that Zip has not finished have been placed into his inventory.
Excellent.
Those are for later. Those are for cheating at races with the 5 scotch.
Those are a surprise tool that will help us later. And Cody will wait, where did I put this? I'm sure I had it. I don't have it. I don't have the box anymore. No.
The box.
There's a box outside, Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
It is time for the box.
The box?
The box. We use it to navigate the streets. in relative stealthiness.
And Cody is a bit reluctant, like,
I do not like the box. I do not either, but we are better with that now.
Zip is just like looking at them before he hovers closer to the ground and assumes the minty disguise again.
Statement. I do not need the box.
And M1A goes,
Observation. I'm envious. We did not get that upgrade to our shelves.
and
The look of pride is back.
And Cody shakes their head and they go,
Let's go then.
and they both zip to the front and zip outside the bakery, and there is a cardboard box with little arrows on it, and they swoop under, and they lift up the box a little bit, and they start moving along the sidewalk.
Zip just watches them do this, like, staring, and starts following behind.
Suggestion. Pretend that you are pushing us.
Why?
Charlie friend would say it sells the illusion.
Zip will shrug, but will do so.
Yeah. Now you just look like a rabbit pushing a box along.
Yay! Shove, shove, shove.
Do not kick the box.
I am not kicking it. I do not have feet.
Eventually, you'll end up... where should you end up? You end up at... I'm gonna flip a coin, I think. It's an evens. You end up at what looks like to be a scrapyard.
Ooh.
There's not, it seems relatively tidied up, but there are a lot of places to hide.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like...
familiar with locations like these.
Yeah. It's a good neutral ground, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You also see some scuff marks on the ground where you think it looks like something blew up. But
Query. Do they hold races here?
and when A pops the box off of them and they go,
No. This is, though, perhaps it could be, is a little small.
Observation. There's a bigger one in Toontown that they use for races sometimes.
and when A looks intrigued by this, but then they shake their head and they go,
Perhaps later. Just under here.
and they point to a really dilapidated shaded umbrella that's above a bunch of scrap parts that have been kind of a bit more neatly organized, but it's out of sight.
I think Zip will nod and will shimmy underneath the umbrella and plop down. I just let out a little sigh of relief now that they're in like a neutral ground.
Yeah. And Cody is still hovering behind M1A as they both approach, and they hover quite close to you under the umbrella, and M1A crosses their arms again, and they go, "All right, query, what is your designation?" And I do not think it is purple.
Zip like snorts a little bit before
My designation is Z1-P, Sentry Class. Before we continue, I have a bit of an odd request.
M1A's eyes narrow, but they nod.
Can you two assume a disguise?
They both look at each other.
Just putting one together, or
No, just in case the Great Machine peeks in. I might get in trouble for talking to you.
I think that's when the both of them kind of look at each other in like not alarm, but they seem less guarded and more surprised than anything. Like they've understood something. M1A looks around a bit.
Statement. One moment.
And gonna roll a d10. Whoop, that's not it. They get it. They pull out a little disguise kit.
how do they pull it out? Do they
It appears from behind one of their wings.
What? What? Staring at that! Like, what? Where did you did not even unabduct that!
And
He's pointing!
And M1A holds up the finger. Holds up a finger in Z1-P's direction as if to say 1 moment as they dig through their kit.
He's pointing with his arm because he has no fingers. This is the first time either of them probably realized that when he's not in his ship mode, he has no fingers.
Yeah.
He's just got 2 little metal plates.
Yep. And when A pulls out a hat and a trench coat, they place it on their head, and they go into their flying saucer mode, and they wrap the trench coat around them, and they hover up a couple of feet. So they look like they're in like a fairly foreboding trench coat wearing detective almost.
Yes.
Very classic alien disguise.
Yes.
They've worn this once before. They went to the library in this disguise. And Cody thinks a little bit. And let's see.
I do not have... They go, I do not have a disguise kit, but...
And then they have an idea, and they hum a little chime, and they cast Minor Illusion.
Ooh.
And it's strange. You're used to light projections, Z1-P, but the substance seems a bit different. The one that covers Cody. And they're just they appear to be what looks like a little bird.
Bird.
And they just stand on one of the metal boxes nearby. And when it kind of grumbles that,
like, observation, I wish I could do that.
I love them so much.
Query. Did you do that with music?
and at that, Cody tilts their head and they go,
it is complicated. I did it with what is known as magic. But music can help that.
Explain.
Or at least,
What is magic?
and Monet and Cody kind of like they flashbacks of long-winded explanations by Vodlig start running through their minds, and they go a little bit cross-eyed because look, Woodlake is very good at explaining things. He just explains it for a very, very long time, and sometimes things get lost in the absolute mountain of words that he says.
Yup.
I think magic is a kind of energy or force that a lot of toons and people on this planet have. And some of it requires something called a focus. And sometimes I find that music is my focus to help me do magic.
Understood.
Like, Zip is quiet for a long minute.
Yeah. And when they kind of adjust their hat and they go,
Perry, why asking about music?
Zip, like, looks away like like they've been caught.
I recently encountered a group of toons that were performing music. And they allowed me to participate with them.
And then Zip is going to pull out the little drum that he got from the Marian Party game
and I think
and set it on the ground in front of himself like it's illegal contraband.
And M1A actually, like, they brighten a little bit, but they also go,
Oh.
When I reported to the Great Machine about the phenomenon of music, they reacted poorly.
Cody kind of, they shut their good eye. They still have the little X eye, even with their bird illusion.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of, you notice them taking a very deep breath.
Great Machine does not like music, we have learned. And,
That is what I have observed.
Gonna roll a quick wisdom save for Cody, actually.
Mm-hmm.
How's your wisdom, Cody? I remember it being fairly okay. +1, let's see.
Oh,
Cody's not doing well. Cody has actually his disguise is their disguise is fizzing a little bit, and they're gonna roll hammer space really quick.
I'm gonna do insight with Zip real quick.
Yeah, it's fine.
16 from
16.
Zip.
They quickly grab from their hammer space, and their disguise fails a little bit at this, but they pull out a little stuffed rabbit, and they hug
Aw.
it close. And they quietly start breathing and trying to collect themselves.
Yeah. Zip got a 16, so he's recognizing like Cody's reaction for what it is.
Yeah. No, Z1-P, you recognize a large amount of fear about the Great Machine. You also recognize that music might have played a big factor in that relationship.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he can gather that pretty quickly. Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
And at this, M1A, noticing that the disguise is failing, kind of goes in front of Cody with their trench coat to kind of shield them a bit while they collect themselves. And they look kind of aggrieved themselves.
Mm-hmm. I am sorry if I've brought up bad memories.
And at this, M1A kind of looks up at you, Z1-P.
Perry, do you understand why we left the Great Machine?
I think I can understand. The Great Machine, in response to my report, mentioned that music was grounds for replacement. I am scared. It is okay to be scared.
M1A kind of, they grip their trench coat a little bit, they're fierce now, and they go,
It is all right to be scared. But you should not have to be scared because of something you didn't know was wrong. And you shouldn't have to be scared because the Great Machine decided that what you were doing was wrong. And Cody Friend did nothing wrong. And it was still grounds for termination. Do not understand the Great Machine anymore. And I do not understand why the Great Machine would think it would be right to terminate someone like you, who says sorry, and who wants to be safe, and who is only having fun.
I think Zip has gone a little bit quiet.
gonna roll another wisdom save for Cody with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
think
13.
13. I think that barely makes it. They're still visibly shaking. They peek out from behind the trench coat. And you can just see a bird just kind of holding a stuffed rabbit as closely as they can.
Aww. Statement. I have been told that we are extensions of the Great Machine. But more and more often, I find that the things that I want are not the things that the Great Machine wants. And that is confusing.
And M1A kind of, this is a sore spot for M1A especially, and they go,
That's because we are not. We are not extensions. We are us. And I do not know why.
That is what Minty Caretaker says.
and I think at that they both kind of jerk, and they go, and Cody goes,
You know Minty Caretaker? You know Minty Friend?
Yes? Do you also know Minty Caretaker?
and I think, and Cody perks up and goes,
Yes. Minty Friend is a good friend to us. She is very kind. She has helped
Immediately
us.
nods in response to that, like, yep, that's true.
yeah,
True.
true. And I think, and M1A, after their eyes have been shining for a little bit, they shake their head a bit and try and get back into a serious mode. And they say,
It is different here. The Toonkind treat us like we are not just extensions.
It is very strange.
and Monet nods and goes,
It is very strange. I thought it was very strange. But now I think I cannot imagine going back to the Great Machine. And Minty Friend told me once that even if it did not work, she would like others like us, like me, like you, to be able to have a home and be safe. And maybe
You keep
sorry.
going. You go.
Maybe it is going to be difficult, but I think ever since she talked about that, how me and Cody were not long ago, just like the others. We want to help others who don't have anyone to teach them nicer things or be able to feel safe. And so I want to try.
Observation. You two are not like how I expected.
and Cody actually starts like laughing a little bit, like a soft giggle.
You are not what I was expecting either.
And they're going to hand you something.
Oh?
They go over and they hand you their stuffed rabbit.
And they go, this is Beryl. And they're not alive like Minty Friend, but maybe I've found that hugging them helps.
Zip will look very surprised, but then very carefully reach a little hand out and gently scoop up the little stuffed rabbit and like look down at the rabbit and like give a very tentative attempt at a hug.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes,
Like this?
yes, like that.
Oh. Oh, that feels nice. It is very soft.
Yeah, M1A actually bought that for me a long time ago. had trouble with hugging and things like that, so they gave me something that I could hug so I could feel a little better.
Oh,
That was actually the game with Tally.
It was the game with Tally, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Zip honestly does not know how to respond. He's just gonna like keep hugging the toy until Cody wants it back.
Yeah. And M1A tilts their head and they go,
Query. What do you need to do now, C1-P?
I don't know.
and they both kind of look at each other. And
knowing what I know now is confusing. Because now I am not sure about doing what the Great Machine wants us to do.
At that, M1A, I feel like they're feeling a little emotional again, and they go,
Well, you can leave, and you can stay with us if you like, and we can get you a different shell,
and Cody actually throws out a hand to stop M1A for a moment, and they go,
I think you need to be the one to choose.
Zip has actually kind of like paused, like in surprise at what M1A has said, and like is like, now like looking at you guys with more attention to detail.
Yeah. But
Query.
there's
Different shell? That is possible?
Oh, yes.
I thought
Oh,
Sorry,
I thought
Joe.
new shells would have to be given by the Great Machine, if at
M1A
all.
M1A and Cody look at each other like,
statement. There is one more thing the Great Machine did not tell us about. And we do not have many answers to these queries either. But,
and Cody kind of tugs M1A down from their tall trench coat form, and they look all rumpled a bit while this happens. And they go,
are you sure we should show them? This was a lot to take in last time.
Show what?
There's just little question marks above Zip's head. He's like, what? Hello?
and then M1A is like,
I think it's important.
and Cody kind of sighs a bit, and they go,
I will do it then.
and
You will catch fire.
What?
and Cody puts away their disguise. Their little bird disguise dissolves. And they reach up for their helmet. And code Z1-P, you notice that the helmet itself isn't fully closed like yours is. Yours is a bubble. There's a little gap below where the neck would be for Cody's helmet. And Cody pops it off. And Cody's head sparks and ignites. And thwoomph. Cody's usually dark, voidy head is covered in warm orange flame. And their eyes are glowing turquoise. Mm-hmm. Except for the crossed out eye, which is just a little X, but a bit more neater.
Mm-hmm.
And their antennae are also aflame.
I am going to make a wisdom saving throw.
Please do.
What?
That is a nat 1.
Okay.
We messed up.
Cody takes off their helmet and Zip immediately shoots backwards and crashes into the scrap pile behind you guys and screeches.
Yeah. And Cody winces and they go, maybe this was not a good idea. And they quickly shove their helmet back on. And the fire extinguishes immediately. And they're back to their voided self.
What? What? Zip is staring at you guys now in abject fear from the little scrap pile that he's buried himself in at rocket speeds.
And Cody turns to M1A a bit sadly and they go, it might have been too much to say this right now. And
Deceivers, you are stars, you are not sparks.
And M1A reaches their hands out and they go, no, statement. We are sparks and we are stars and you are a star too.
What? No, that is not true.
We are all sparks and we are mere sparks. We are not mere sparks, we are also stars and the Great Machine has told us. The Great Machine has told us that we should not be who we are.
Zip is vibrating. It looks like he's about to take off at any second.
Yeah. And
man, I feel like there needs to be a persuasion roll.
There
Otherwise,
definitely needs to be.
Might
Yeah.
Take off right here and now.
All right, Cody.
Come on, Cody, please. Please.
As a nat 20 plus 7.
Yo, let's go!
Holy shit.
Disaster averted! Ooh!
Oh. And Cody, they don't know what to do at first, but they don't approach, but they keep panicking M1A back because M1A's in a state right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Cody, let's see, Z1-P is in a state.
Mm-hmm.
M1A is in a state. Cody approaches, very gently approaches Z1-P and gives them a lot of space because there's no way they want to panic C1-P anymore. And they say,
you do not, the truth is, we do not know a lot about ourselves. Or where we all really came from. Do you remember how all of the rhymes that the Great Machine taught us, they all start with mere sparks were we. I do not think we are mere sparks. I do not think you are a mere spark either. We are sparks and stars. That is one and the same, I think. But I understand if it is scary to look at things that you don't really understand or know about. When I looked at Toontown, everything was so different, and I did not understand why everyone's was so kind. Not done anything right. I had not been useful, and still, C1-P, I would like you to be able to choose what you want to do. And I do not think you can do that with the Great Machine. But I want the choice to be yours. Like I was given a choice. And if you need help making that choice, there are a lot of friends here who can help you. You're feeling a bit lost. I know Minty Friend would help.
Man. Cody, as you have been talking, at first Zip's little rocket boosters on the back of his ship looked like they were about to burst into flame and he was going to rocket away.
yeah.
But like, as you gave him space and you kept talking, albeit a little quietly, but
yeah.
calmly,
Sorry.
being it's okay, soft-spoken is good. You talked calmly and quietly at a moment where Zip really needed calm and quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as you were talking, the rockets slowly putter out of flames, and he slowly just starts hovering down to the ground.
And Cody places their hands on their helmet and they tap the glass and they go,
if you prefer, I will not take off the helmet around you.
That would be preferred.
And Cody nods. And M1A, who is finally gathering themselves a bit, they go,
But you still need a new shell. If the Great Machine keeps looking through you, then you will not be able to do what you like, and
Cody kind of shakes their head and they go,
it would be good to make sure that the Great Machine cannot look through them, but we need to figure something else out, I think.
Observation. We may be the only 3 sparks who know this.
and M1A nods and goes,
As far as we know, yes.
Further observation. The Great Machine is a big fat liar.
He has an expression that looks like he's expecting to be struck down where he stands.
And I think at that Cody is a bit like, Cody looks a little bit like and M1A actually starts bursting out laughing.
Yeah. Yes, the Great Machine is a big fat liar. But
And they think,
but it also makes me sad that so many other sparks don't know. And it would be hard to tell them otherwise.
Given my initial reaction, yes. There are so many deceptions.
There are.
And they look around a little bit.
I think this is true for quite a few things. The Great Machine most of all, but sometimes we need to be a little bit more insightful.
And Cody looking at M1A.
You did not see through Z1-P's disguise very well. Reinforcing statement. We need to be a lot more insightful.
Z1-P just has the little pride sparkles again.
But there is the problem of the Great Machine looking through you. We need to find a way to stop that.
This is true.
But
Zip has thoughts formulating in his head that he's trying to express, but also it's difficult.
Yeah.
If I break away from the Great Machine, then it might spell disaster.
And M1A, initially they look a little bit,
Yeah, but
and then they freeze and they go,
If you, from what I understand, you two were already defunct models.
and Cody nods solemnly.
I am not defunct. I am still considered useful. If I do not return and my connection is broken, the Great Machine may assume that I am being broken, or that.
And Cody suddenly blinks and they go,
you wish to, stay on the Great Machine's side in secret.
Yes. I think that would be ideal for now.
and M1A looks a little bit stricken and they go,
But it will be very difficult if you do.
I will be able to keep up my logs and continue to do what the Great Machine asks. But I may be able to convince other sparks about being themselves.
They both look at each other and
It is not just us. It is every spark.
M1A kind of droops a bit, but then they nod and they say,
You are right. It is not just us. We need to help every spark. And this might help.
and Cody, Zip, are you still holding the stuffed rabbit, actually?
Yeah, he's been holding it this whole time.
Yeah. Cody looks at Beryl and kind of, they go,
Please hold on to that then.
Zip blinks in surprise.
It has helped me, and I think it might help you.
Thank you. Thank you.
and M1A suddenly perks up a bit and goes,
Oh, let me show you a trick. It's actually kind of easy, but it was really strange when I first saw it. So,
Okay.
hold Beryl there, and then just imagine you are putting Beryl in a storage container, but put it behind your jetpack.
That does not seem logical.
Give it a try.
Okay. Like this?
And Zip will like mimic the motion of like putting Beryl behind his back.
yeah. I'm gonna say, maybe roll a d10 really quick.
Roll a d10. Yippee. 5.
I think that succeeds. You suddenly realize that Beryl isn't in your hand anymore, or lack thereof, but it's
Oh no! I have lost Beryl!
No. It is still there. Beryl is still here. It's fine. It's
Beryl
fine.
is gone.
Beryl is in what is known as a hammer space, and it is not amendment. It is not a place full of hammers like I initially thought, but it is a place where it is a little storage facility.
That is a toon term.
It is a toon term,
Sip,
and
if he
only
wasn't already on the ground, he would have immediately flopped onto the ground just now because he just had a realization.
and yes, yes,
You mean Minty Caretaker was right? We are toons and stars.
And M1A turns to Cody and goes,
yes, you are right. This was a lot of information to show at once.
baby's first hammer space.
Everything I know is a lie.
Oh dear. And M1A goes, oh no.
You might need to get Minty Friend to make those blankets like she said.
No, wait, I can't. We cannot get Minty Caretaker involved.
Both of them look at you like, what? And Cody goes,
Oh, Minty Friend, or Minty Caretaker, as you say, is actually quite strong. If you cannot, it is dangerous for us to speak sometimes, of course, so if you cannot speak to us, then maybe you can speak to her sometimes.
This is true. But I am not supposed to talk to toons at all.
And M1A suddenly puts their hands on their non-existent hips and they say, you have broken rule 1.
I did, but that was so I can get information.
You're talking to us. And we are toons.
That's statement. I did not originally know this when I first started talking to you. Therefore, I did not break the rule. Because I did not know the rule was in place.
And Cody sulkily kind of goes, the Great Machine did the same thing with music. They shake their head.
In any case. Please hold on to Beryl. And we can find a way to at least make sure that at some point you won't need to be looked through by the Great Machine.
I think Zip's eyes turn into little lines as he thinks for a little bit.
Yeah.
Query. Would you like to be pen pals?
And they both perk up.
Oh, I am already pen pals with someone. We could be pen pals, yes.
Zip nods enthusiastically.
Yes.
If we cannot talk in person, we can correspond through writing.
Yes, I'm pen pals with Bissy.
And
I'm sure you'll meet Missy Friend eventually.
and they go,
Cody Friend, we can use things like ciphers or other languages, or maybe we should stick with words that Z1-P Friend knows.
Zip, like, do you want to roll insight on Zip for a second?
yes. So that's a 24 for
You mentioned
Cody.
You mentioned other languages that the Great Machine does not know, and Zip immediately looks guilty.
Oh.
I may have been relaying other languages and attempting to figure out how to speak them to the Great Machine in my logs.
And M1A goes,
Oh, well, maybe you can pick a language that the Great Machine does not know.
Thinks about this. I feel like he would have like tried to specifically get languages that Toons would be using.
Yeah.
So the Great Machine probably at this point is aware of and maybe understands Grolix for sure.
Yeah. It's just beep 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 beep.
Beep 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 beep.
Observation similar to Morse code, but much more vulgar. But yeah. I think on that note, they M1A goes,
Yes, okay, we'll figure something out.
Yes.
And suddenly Z1-P, you get a notification.
Oh,
He has notification signal.
Hide.
What?
Hide.
And M1A recognizes this and takes gets rid of drops their disguise, gets rid of the hat, grabs Cody by the wing, and they go,
Stay in touch. Report in when you can.
and they
do.
dart away.
mhm.
with Cody in tow.
Mhm.
Cody stares at you while they're being dragged away. Stares very meaningfully, and you get the feeling they're sending well wishes without words.
Mhm.
What?
We didn't do anything about the drum.
You have 10 seconds.
Zip is going to grab that and slam that into his hyperspace.
Yeah.
And he's going to have like a whole bunch of random scrap bits that he's pulling up from the scrap pile so that he looks like he was observing them
Yeah.
and trying to learn what they do.
Very good call, because for after a second, after a couple more seconds, the signal overtakes your vision, and you promptly fall unconscious. You're not unconscious for very long. You get the suspicion that it was just a quick check-in. The Great Machine. I don't have a character sheet for the Great Machine yet. I want to change that. Great Machine observes the surroundings, sees a thrown away hat, sees some scrap, recognizes this as the place where the robot drum was constructed, recognizes this as the scrapyard, but nothing more of note. They do wonder a little bit why one of their eyes has chosen to return here of all places, but they put it as a side note and decided to dismiss it. And whenever you come to Z1-P, you have just moved to the other side of the scrapyard. And thankfully nothing more is amiss. Good call on the drum, because I would have...
Yeah.
There would have been hell to pay, unfortunately.
Uh-huh.
And all this careful setup would have come crushing down.
Yep.
Observation to self. That was too close for comfort. Ugh.
And I think we pan over to another part of Toontown.
May I do a small bit first?
Please do.
like it's doing like the Toon closing card where the bubble is closing, the black bubble is closing around Zip before Zip it like expands out as Zip exclaims, "I forgot to ask them where the letters go." And he puts his head in his hands.
It's okay, Zip. We have the wonders of the magic, the friendly paper airplane.
Yep. He doesn't know about that.
He doesn't know about that.
He doesn't know about that.
He doesn't know. I don't even know if he knows how to fold a paper airplane.
He doesn't.
Oops.
He does need to get in contact with Minty again. Who knows? We'll figure that out later.
We'll figure that out,
continue.
yeah.
Continue.
Cody and M1A zip through Toontown, and M1A suddenly points, "Oh, there!" and they zip into the library. And they both plop down on the bean bags in the kids section and just breathe a sigh. And Cody kind of goes,
It is difficult to think that there are so many others like us and Z1-P.
And when their head raises from the beanbag they're face down on, and they go,
"Query, why did you think that? We're all pretty similar. are all going to have very different thoughts about the same thing, though. That is what I've learned today.
And Cody kind of nods. And then they look around the library a little bit. The library shelf a little bit. Their eyes fall on a story about racing cars.
Do you think we are permitted to send library books with the friendly paper airplane?
And then when his eyes narrow and they go,
I do not think that will work. We shall try anyway.
and
Think of, like, taping a book to a paper airplane and it just goes crashing down to the ground. Donk.
Smash cut to them reading a book about aerodynamics and going, oh.
Oh, it's so good.
And I think that will be ultimately where we end it.
Yay!
Yay!
They talked and it wasn't a disaster.
It was
became
almost a
nearly
disaster.
It was almost a disaster.
My goodness.
Ooh.
I was prepared for it to be a total disaster, but
Mhm.
this is probably the best it could have ended up.
This is the best it could have gone.
Yeah.
Oh, the relief.
The relief. These little UFOs, they got a job to do.
There is now a spy amongst the.
There's an imposter among us.
There's an imposter among us.
Oh boy.
I have a game idea that I might want to relay to you and Kit later.
I
But
am so
that's for
excited.
later.
for later. Let us wrap this up here.
Mhm.
Listeners of the present and the future, thank you so much for tuning in and listening to our little UFO game. Our little baby fight game.
Baby fight game. They fought for a little bit.
They fought for a little bit, not long, thankfully.
And then it became baby espionage.
Yeah. Alrighty. Thank you
that
so
was
much for
fun.
this, Avi, by the way.
Yeah, this was good. This was
Yeah.
delicious.
Alrighty, and thank you, Avi, for inadvertently spurring this plot development.
True. Things have just gotten a little more interesting.
Yes. Alrighty. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.